One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in. Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat. The linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the 1st down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Nebraska.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away knowing the play is over.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. The throw to the outside is complete. Bounced off his feet.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll take it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go with a direct snap. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Gets the back moving. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. This is a design run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to him again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Finds his man, it's Ives. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Hayes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
That's when the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Hunt.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
From the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got a man. It's Singleton. He's pushed out of bounds. Couldn't quite get to the first down marker, and they'll give up the ball. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
There's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Martin. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Nittany Lions are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Now he's going to break the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. That's reeled in. It's Hunt. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Makes the catch. It's Ives. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Huskers in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team. Because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just...
Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties close.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Got it in the middle, it's eyes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. With a 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turns it on at midfield. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
With the catch, it's Martin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Nittany Lions Need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Bringing the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Cornhuskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing.
Makes the grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Fires downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Finds his tight end. Smash Smashes through the tackle. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Shakes off the defender. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rally.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Makes the catch. It's Knowles. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. He'll start this drive firing. Gonna let it fly. And he grabs it at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. If there's time to pad the stats. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. Let's go, baby. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact.